Good evening and welcome. You're watching Global Ins on Apna Watan TV. I am Saadia Afzaal. Water is life, and for Pakistan, it's survival, literally. Yet today, that survival is slipping through our fingers. The Indus, one of the cradle of ancient civilization, now faces an existential threat. Climate change is reducing and destabilizing flows. India has suspended the Indus Waters Treaty, and our own infrastructure lags behind. This is not just environmental urgency, it's national security. Tonight, let's explore how water scarcity is setting the stage for conflict and what this means for Pakistan. Pakistan is among the world's most climate vulnerable countries. In 2022, catastrophic floods submerged one-third of the nation and cost billions. Now swings from flash floods to droughts are the new normal. According to the Pakistan Council of Research in Water Resources, per capita water availability has dropped from about 5,600 cubic meters in 1947 to below 1,000 today, well under the scarcity threshold. This is no forecast, it's already happening. The Pakistan Meteorological Department warned that rainfall between September 2024 and January 2025 was below normal by 40%, triggering drought alert across Sindh, Punjab and Balochistan. Without urgent action, the country could run dry soon. The Indus Waters Treaty, signed in 1960 and mediated by the World Bank, granted Pakistan control over the western rivers, Indus, Chenab and Jhelum. Accounting for 80% of basin flow, India controls the eastern rivers. For decades, this treaty stood strong, despite wars and hostility. It was an anchor in a sea of turbulence. But in April 2025, following the Pahalgam terror attacks, India suspended the treaty, linking water flow to national security concerns. India has also rejected the jurisdiction of the Permanent Court of Arbitration, disputing rulings that favored Pakistan's rights. What does this mean? No treaty, no trust, no warning. Suddenly, rivers can be manipulated, floods triggered, droughts enforced, as seen with unexpected water releases and shutdowns unfolding downstream. The treaty suspension isn't speculative, it's real. In April 2025, Azad Jammu and Kashmir declared a water emergency after the Jhelum rose unexpectedly, likely due to sudden Indian water releases without prior notice. Conversely, the Chenab River near Sialkot went nearly dry, suspected shutdowns of gates upstream. Inside Pakistan, water use inefficiencies worsen the crisis. Up to 40% is lost to leakage in poorly maintained irrigation systems. Flood irrigation still dominates. Urban water waste and pollution further shrink usable supplies. Dam storage is dire. Pakistan can store only about 30 days of water compared to 120 to 900 days in other countries. The result? Farmers face doom, food security collapses, rural livelihoods crumble. The pressure isn't only external, it's internal too. Water scarcity strains inter-provincial relations, especially between Punjab and Sindh over river distribution. Mega projects like the Cholistan Canal project are emerging, but critics warn it could dry out the Indus Delta, affect Sindh's water rights, and be driven by political rather than environmental calculations. Key dams like Amir Bhasha and Dasu remain unfinished, delaying crucial storage expansion. Meanwhile, Pakistan's Living Indus initiative, in partnership with the UN, aims to restore river ecosystems and build resilience. But implementation is slow, and funding needs are immense. One simple fact remains: we are vulnerable on both fronts, climate and conflict. Imagine water turned weapon. That's real danger. Experts warn that destabilizing water flows between two nuclear-armed neighbors could spark armed conflict. In response to India's treaty suspension, Field Marshal Asim Munir warned India that any dam building could attract missile strikes. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif backed him, vowing a resolute response if water were withheld. At international forums, Pakistan has urged cooperation, equating water security with peace. Ambassador Asim Iftikhar Ahmed called on the UN to unite nations on this shared crisis. But tension is rising, and water lies at its core. So where do we go from here? Number 1. Revive the treaty with climate lens. Update the Indus Waters Treaty to include climate data sharing, flood drought protocols, and periodic reassessment, bringing it into the 21st century reality. Number 2. Invest in resilience. Expedite dam projects like Dasu and Dyamir Bhasha for delayed but life-saving water storage. Expand groundwater recharge and community-based water resilience under the Living Indus initiative. Number 3, enhance domestic governance. Repair irrigation infrastructure. Ban wasteful flood irrigation. Regulate groundwater extraction and enforce equitable distribution. Number 4, push for regional cooperation. Use forums like the upcoming 2026 UN Water Conference to spotlight the Indus crisis and rally global support for equitable, peaceful water sharing. Water is not just a resource, it is a shared lifeline. If we fail to manage it wisely, we risk losing not only food and farms, but peace and civilization itself. Pakistan chooses cooperation over conflict, innovation over inertia, but the clock is ticking. Let us act before the water runs out. This is Saadia Afzaal for Apna Watan TV.
You are watching Apna Watan.